What'd you get?
Shack burger, cheese fries, cookie dough concrete.
Sounds good. Does it taste like lies?
Hi, welcome to Panda Reacts. I'm Sandra, this is Ken.
Hi.
And we've got Panda with us today. And it's been a while since we watched The Boys, but we're back. Season 1, Episode 6. We do have some comments from last time, so let's just go to those comments and see what people said. C. Bricklin was not happy with me because I edited out the "you played my butt like jazz" part. I'm sure I did too.
Yeah. That was a disappointment, but hey.
Yeah. I sometimes I have to edit out stuff because we accidentally talk over it, or it's got something in the background that I can't show. Why I did that, I'm not sure. Maybe there was another really funny part that we really liked. But anyway, yeah, there was lots of funny stuff in The Boys.
Censorship.
I try to get everything in there. McLeland said, finally, I gave up on Loki and Westworld 2.
Yay! We're excited by your lack of enthusiasm for those two series.
I think it's also that we just kind of, there was this long break between us doing Loki, The Stand, and The Boys, because I was quite just tired of Loki and The Stand. They wore me out. And I was like, I don't want to watch any more crappy TV.
When you watch a lot of crap, sometimes you don't even have the energy left to watch the good stuff like this. Oh,
man.
Sadly, all three of those series were pretty disappointing, if I'm honest.
That's true.
You, me, and Panda talking here.
Yes. So, yeah, it's wonderful the way they wrote it, so thank you for that. And Fetty, about time. Ham looked shell-shocked from watching too many bad shows.
Yeah.
Ham was shell-shocked. He had to go to rehab.
Exactly.
Because he was drinking so much.
Face down on the coffee table for like weeks at a time.
Yes. That disgusting reaction that Homelander has to the mom. Yeah. And my theory was, is she his mom too? Because we saw those babies, were the babies born and then V'd, or were they created from V? What do we have? It's the chicken and the egg. What happened there? So thanks for sticking with us. I hope that you'll enjoy us watching this episode. There was a lot that went down last episode in terms of Starlight finally seeing her past for the way it really was.
Yeah, her Jesus freak upbringing that really is just totally disgusting and decrepit, right? And 1 millimeter below the surface.
And Huey got baptized by Homelander pretty hardcore. And and Homelander gave some big speech at the Christian festival that Elizabeth Shue was like, you can't keep doing this off-script business, buddy. But anyway, and Frenchie ended up with his friend saved Frenchie. Then we learned that she could grow back her parts.
Yeah, so despite being dead, that was not much of a disability. So she recovered from that, and she's fine now.
Yes, and so now we kind of know why people were trying to kidnap her, is because her power is regeneration, and that's pretty important when you're a mortal person. And it reminds me of Baby Yoda and his little power and how they were trying to kidnap him for the same thing. But
I just wonder if they stuck a, grenade up her butt, how she'd put herself back together again.
Yeah, but I like her. I didn't like translucent.
No, I know. I'm just imagining, how does regeneration work when you're blown into a million?
You can't regrow yourself unless you're like a starfish. So this week, the students and I learned that if you cut off a starfish's leg, it can regrow its entire body attached to that leg and make an entire new starfish. So perhaps if you exploded her, there'd be 1,000 hers because each tiny little piece would regrow her.
Well,
contemplation.
Danger.
Things that make you go, Anyway, so let's get busy and watch the show.
What I want to know, who's that dude that stuck his in her face? She should
I like this lady.
Okay.
This is the deep.
Everything that
Hide behind this jumbo bag of kibbles and bits for 4 hours.
Oh.
I'll be right back.
Thanks for, I'm on a date. You tell a wussy story about me.
Yeah, same goes for you.
Not a cool move, dude.
Asshole. My grandfather built this place with his bare hands. He was an amazing man. Oh, the old piano.
It's all fake.
Every night, Mom
Yeah.
would sit here and she'd play some songs.
Yeah, because
I
he
gotta be
seems
honest,
to
most
be
of the time, me and my dad was
like
almost
not a real kid.
silver paint. Sorry? Who put the fucking blanket on the bed?
Randy Setdeck.
Who's Randy Setdeck?
He's over there.
Randy, why?
What was wrong with the
What
blanket?
just happened?
Baby blanket?
Yeah, but
Oh.
Hold on.
No, why?
No hero is
So much fun.
no. They're all just kids dosed with the blue shit.
Yes.
Even fucking Starlight. The phone's been tits up for a week. You wouldn't know anything about that, would you?
maybe.
No?
La 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 la.
I can check.
And I think that firing an employee after she reported sexual assault on live TV might tank your stock price.
She's right though. If you tank her, you got a whole base that's gonna go, what?
They're saying it was a stroke, but between you and me, I think it was probably a drug overdose.
That was
Want to maybe say a little something in her
probably
honor?
something a little more murdery.
Yeah, like a bunch of needles stuck in her body
haven't seen her in years.
really fast.
You really stood for something. But now, pretty sure that was just written by the marketing guys.
Yep. It was fake. You're fake. They're fake. Everything's fake.
Look, I'll tell you
Boom,
what.
bang.
I can possibly tattoo fuck no on your ass. Best I can do. You know,
Big time. Welcome, another falls for a soup.
anyway, we were,
Hey, you know he likes Starlight. Stop.
Broke off.
it snapped off.
Damn.
The crazy thing is,
Though at the time, I believed that our encounter was consensual. I
It
now
was so
realize
not.
I misread the moment.
Our new movie, Insurrection. It's really exciting. It's my first movie in the VOT cinematic universe.
But there's only one person who can see inside their hearts and read their minds.
This man is the rapist.
Oh, okay. I know that guy from other shows who is the Tara Reid. What's she doing there? Billy Zane.
Billy Zane.
67.
Fucking amazing. This guy's fucking amazing.
So,
That's Haley Joel Osment. That's who that is. That's why he's playing this part, because he was a child star. I see dead people. The casting is insanely hilarious.
Homelander raped her.
What?
What'd you get?
shack burger, cheese fries, cookie dough concrete.
Sounds good. Does it taste like lies? Shithead.
She's a soldier. There's a flag with a two-headed snake on it.
Two-headed snake.
Now the only thing that was real was the blankie, so where did it come from and why and what's the deal? Do not use.
Back when they grew him in a petri dish, all he had was his bippy.
Oh yeah.
They killed her parents. They kidnapped her and her brother. Forced them to be soldiers.
Yeah.
Her name's Kamiko.
Not Monko. Which is cute.
Which is, aw.
I know.
But, Gas Pump TV.
Oh! Oh!
Speaking your truth.
Because if you watch that episode of Downton Abbey, then I'm gonna be one behind, and we're not gonna be able to binge watch together. Just how long time go home. Oh, there's a fight in the yard, baby. I gotta go.
Don't do it. Why you do me like that?
Gotta go with Raina.
I'm sorry, the elevator was out.
Oh, what?
Oh no!
Butcher's not gonna be happy about this.
Huey.
Yep. You can't tell him who he can like and who he can't like.
Well.
I think he thinks he can.
She's quite.
Butcher.
What do you think she's gonna do when she finds out you murdered Translucent?
Well, that was an accident.
No, it was played on purpose. He pushed the trigger.
He did, but Translucent was going to kill him. All right, that was The Boys, Season 1, Episode 6, and we're in a different place. So yesterday, after watching The Boys, we had to run out to a family dinner, and we didn't get to do our final recap. So instead of being at Panda's lair, we are with Ham, and Ham didn't watch it, so he's got nothing to say. But that was an interesting episode. We learned a lot. We got Butcher's background.
Butcher's backstory.
His wife was raped by Homelander and is now missing. Whether she is dead by suicide or murder, or whether she exists somewhere and is having Homelander's baby, I don't know. That's kind of where I'm going with it. I feel like she kind of is having Homelander's baby and is hiding herself. We found out that Homelander doesn't have a mom or a dad.
Yeah.
He grew up in an institute or clinic with a blankie in a room being watched by scientists.
Yeah, it was pretty Umbrella Corporation there. You know?
Yeah.
I'm afraid, so.
That was not cool. Yeah. So he was doing a fake, showing you my family home, and then someone put his blankie in there and he lost it.
Yeah.
That was the only real thing in that entire house. The biggest thing for me was that Mesmer was played by Haley Joel Osment.
I see dead
Are you
people.
kidding me? What brilliant casting that was. So a guy who can read people's minds
Saw dead people
in The Sixth Sense. And he's at this has-been convention where he's signing copies of his past TV series, The Mesmerizer. Mm-hmm. And they had Tara Reid in there. I was like, she was just sitting there with a book, with her book signing. I just thought that was brilliant. I don't know how many people recognized Haley Joel Osment when they were watching this show, but the fact that the creators or casting directors thought to put Haley Joel Osment as Mesmer just kills me, because it's just so obvious that they're relating it back to his child star status and the fact that he is kind of not known now, and that he played the boy in The Sixth Sense. As well, there was a Forrest Gump reference earlier in the show, and Haley Joel Osment was the young Forrest Gump. So there was a part where Huey ran away,
behind the kibbles
like Forrest Gump,
because the girl was going to beat him up.
So I don't know. See, my guess is the writers threw that all in there. That was a whole Haley Joel Osment, coming back, ode to his child stardom. So it was nice it took me a second to recognize him, because I have seen pictures of him as an adult.
9.
No, he's clearly not. And I know he went through a lot of really difficult things, as child stars end up doing. And when you have such an incredible amount of fame like he had, and so many roles, and then you kind of vanish. I know I watched most of his movies, actually. But yeah, it didn't take, it was later on at night, I was like, dude, he played young Forrest Gump, and they mentioned Forrest Gump. So yeah, I wonder how many more references I missed in there. But it was quite good.
You can tell us in the comments.
Yeah. If I missed another Haley Joel Osment reference, I need to know that. Or if you didn't know it was him, and you're like, what? Then give me some props for figuring that out.
We found out Lacour's backstory, too.
Moncourt. Yeah.
Moncourt in my heart.
Yes. So Kimiko is her name.
Yep.
And
She's a terrorist.
Well, no, not really, because as Mesber found out, she and her brother,
yeah, they were kidnapped and made into child soldiers.
And their parents were killed by terrorists. So they didn't have a choice, and
No.
she escaped and wants to go back for her brother.
Right.
That's the whole thing. But then she was like captured and V'd up, and that's why she is the way she is. But Butcher was on this entire rant, this whole episode, of basically not believing that any soup could be good, because Huey's with Starlight, and Butcher really let him have it for, being kind of in love with her when he sees them as just plain evil. And same with Kimiko. He's on Frenchie's back about Kimiko. Like, look, she's like a freaking, like, feral, like, what if she was weaponized? What if the Frenchie's like, it doesn't matter if she was used as a weapon. She can fight against this.
Yeah, they got like, the ideas here, you got these two parallel storylines with the two main characters that are like engaged in some kind of relationship with the soup. And then there's, of course, Butcher standing in the middle, trying to, like, convince everybody of the most extremist view.
Yeah. And he was getting on my nerves. Milkman was pretty funny. Well, my fave Butcher line was, "Does it taste like lies?" Because Milkman was saying he was eating, he was drinking something at Shake Shack. Does it taste like lies?
Because I got a phone tracker on you.
That was one of my favorites. This episode, Starlight laid the law down with with Elizabeth Shue. Told her, no, I'm not doing this. And if you fire me, it's not going to look good for you because I just told everyone I was sexually assaulted. And then the Deep had to go and apologize.
Yep.
Because clearly it was him, and so then he was put on the soup back burner.
That was such a theme in this thing. You had, like, soups doing fake, like, PR stuff and reality TV and the whole show and the dog and pony stuff and the hat and the cane and all the whole 9 yards all through this thing, and they're clearly not into it and clearly not sincere.
Well, Starlight was all like, she said to Maeve, I watched your movies, I looked up to you, but now that I think about it, it was all probably scripted and fake.
For sure, and we saw that earlier in the series when some of Maeve's Maeve's kills were, all supposed to be stage managed, like happened in the building, right?
Yep, exactly.
It's not real. It's all fake, and they're all just there to pretend to be superheroes.
And then Maeve got upset when real people ended up dead because that wasn't part of the plan. And also, her girlfriend showed up.
Yeah.
And Maeve tried to hide her. Yeah. Because there was a reporter doing, like, backdrops on everyone, and A-Train was told not to talk about the guns and violence that he grew up with.
That's the PR from the firm.
That's the PR lady. Yeah, I know, but she was also doing Maeve when they zoomed in on Maeve's girlfriend to try to get some dirt.
And then they fired Virginia.
Oh, yeah, they fired the handler of Starlight because she didn't know that Starlight was going to go all rogue at the Christian festival. So, yeah, there was a lot in this one. There's only 2 episodes left of this season, so I guess it's coming to its head. Will Butcher finally give people a chance? Will he find his wife? Is she dead? Will Starlight find out what Huey's really doing and just, dump him? And Kimiko kind of gave a nod to Frenchie. She won't hurt Frenchie.
She likes Shark Week.
She does like the sharks, probably because she's from some kind of Pacific island. I know her name is Japanese, but she's not from Japan. It seems.
They were talking like her artwork is palm trees on the beach,
she's in a Pacific island zone. Yeah, and she was wrecking the OCD table that Milkman had set up of all his
Sharpies and reports
all
and,
his stuff.
and his like TED Talk that he was doing there.
Yes, he called it a TED Talk too. So anyway, excited to see what's going to happen. It was nice to get back to it. So leave your comments so we can discuss them next time. And we'll see you next time.